So the latest project has just landed. It's a 1988 Honda CBR 400. It's a Hurricane edition. This is a barn find bike. It's been sat in a barn in Preston since 2012. See there, the tax disc, that was the last time it was on the road. The MOT supports that as well. Looking a little bit worse for wear. Bit of wear on the seat. Fuel tank's going a little bit rusty. A couple of dings, scratches and scrapes as to be expected. But overall, it's complete and appears to be a good solid bike. We have had it in gear and rocked it over. The engine does turn, so it isn't seized, which is a good thing. We don't have any keys for this, unfortunately. The keys have been lost. The ignition barrel hasn't been tampered with. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to remove the back of the ignition barrel here. A couple of screws, drop this off, get access to this cap, then hopefully we can put the ignition on, power it up with a boost pack, so we can get some life into it, get some fresh fuel in, and see if it'll start up. You want to take that ring off and the cap will still be stuck in solid. Can only try. Honda didn't want you getting into these, did they? Bloody hell. Draw that. I'll let you have a go. Go what?
Very big will go out. I bet.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, all my frustration.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Fingers.
12.
If only you had a toolbox full of picks, that'd be quite handy, wouldn't it?
Where would we find a monstrosity sized toolbox at this hour? Oh, come on.
And now you got nothing to pry off.
If I dig any deeper, I'll be knocking the crank out of it.
still don't want to come off. Why do I feel like that's going to ping off and hit me in the face?
Because that's where I'm aiming it.
Thanks.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Come on, you're having a laugh.
It's down there now. Oh my god. No wonder it got parked up in 2012. We probably could get the fuel cap off to put fuel in it.
You were stuck at
You just run it dry, pushed it home, put it in the garage and said, sod that. It can stay there.
We're stuck at Tesco since 2011.
Hey! What's it like in there? That is remarkably clean in there, to be fair. A little bit of rust, but that's a hell of a lot cleaner than I was expecting it to be.
Crime prevention in the 80s was so simple, weren't it?
To be fair, modern stuff's probably easier to pinch now. All he needs is a bloody signal booster. Well, that should be easy enough, he says.
Oh, there's a little black cap.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something snapped off it now though. Oh, it's a tiny little pin in it. It goes in it. That's not damaging it. You feel underneath the barrel. I feel like a little pin.
Yeah.
Put these back in here so I'm not losing.
Yeah, yeah. Brought me a grip to the key when we...
There we go. Right. We can turn that. Right, ignition key sorted. Right, so we've got the batteries connected up, we powered it up, see if we have any lightage. Oh, yeah. Oil lights on, neutral lights on, so we have ignition. Let's start. Let's see if it spins over. Yeah. Spins over like a good one. We'll just turn that fuel tap on and notice that we get quite a big leak down there. It's got to come out sideways to you. It should lift out. Right then. We found that the leak was actually coming from inside the fuel tap. There was an O-ring that had perished, so we just took the tank off. Put a new O-ring in that, and now the leak seems to have stopped. So we're going to try this again. Flick the jump pack back on it, spin it over. Now we've got a bit of fuel into the carbs, and see if we can get a tune out of it.
I'll blow up.
Right, we're on. Let's put some choke on. Let's see what happens. So what's that?
That's off the bottom edge of the tank.
Start. Cheers. Sounds pretty well, that. For a bike that's not run for 12 years, so that's a result. Yes. Warm up for 5 minutes. See if we get any coolant leaks or anything. We have checked the coolant and the oil. That's all good, to be fair. Yeah.